You're on the Sphere. We're all on the Sphere.
How cool is this? Guns and gear from SHOT Show.
Vegas, baby.
All right, Palmetto State Armory is our sponsor, and we are at SHOT Show 2025. You're not going to recognize this guy, but he has been on a lot of our stuff. He is Seth Swerczek from Hornady, and we're talking about Hornady SnapSafe. Welcome in, man.
Hey, appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Who made you do this? Was it Neil Davies?
Yeah, that's something that Hornady has always done, I think.
They have.
Certain people, you're in a suit, and you know what?
I'll
looks
go
good.
Get
it cleaned and pressed once a year, whether it needs it or not.
It looks great, man.
Thank you.
We were just off air talking about, a lot of things you do. The Hornady podcast. If you're not listening to that, man, people are missing out because that is a wealth of knowledge that you bring in and you guys talk about. Talk a little bit about just the podcast aspect of what you guys are doing and what you've built there.
Sure. Well, the podcast really started with our marketing director, not grudgingly, but kind of start a podcast, do whatever you want. It was like we asked. I don't think there was a big push internally to do a podcast at all. And when I moved into the marketing team, he was like, yeah, you can try a podcast. Great. Go have fun. So we started this podcast, the Hornady podcast, and I was the host, and we've got a great production team. And we threw a bunch of topics and stuff at the wall. And then once we had about a year under our belt, weekly releases every Thursday for a year, we were really able to look at the analytics of what people want to know about.
Right.
And at that point, we really kind of transitioned from, we did hunting stuff, adventure stuff, outdoor stuff, pistol shooting stuff, gun stuff. And then what we found was analytically, our consumer loves technical information. They love technical instruction, whether that be how bullets are designed, how ammo's manufactured, how a new cartridge comes to be. External ballistics is a big one. We bring in a lot of people who are internal and external ballistic experts, terminal ballistics. So that's really what we've created, and kind of on accident, where it got relatively popular and people use it as a source of education. And now it's a very hungry baby, as you guys know. You have an obligation to get an episode out every week.
You've really got to you've got to feed it. But I was hoping you would say that it was a technical driven consumer base that wants that information. And because I'm the same way, I'm shooting a lot more matches, and I want to know those things. I've got to know those things because how else do you consume anything? You've got to have that information to make your judgments on the range, and your decisions in the buying process.
Which is a big one because people love to spend money, but you don't
do.
want to buy things
Why
twice.
would we?
Yeah, you don't want to end up with a room full of gear like I have that I uneducated decision bought some stuff.
I know, and you see it and you're like, oh, that looks cool, and then you get it and you're like, it's not exactly what I needed, but I still got it.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of still got it, SnapSafe. And let's just for a lot of the guys out there that are listening in and tuning in over the socials, SnapSafe is a Hornady company.
Correct. Yep.
So talk about that relationship real quick and a lot of the products that you guys have on hand.
So SnapSafe was purchased by Hornady. It was an individual company that was doing well. And what we really saw in the company of SnapSafe was innovation. Yeah. And the category that brought them to prominence was modular safes. So we all know a guy, I've been this guy, that has a 60-gun welded safe in a very awkward area of their home. And the reason is that's where it fits. I can't take it upstairs. I'm not taking it downstairs. Or I've got some friends that building the house had their huge 56-gun safe craned into the basement, and then they built the house on top of it. And if they were to move, that safe is staying there. Well, these safes are modular. They come in pieces. The heaviest piece is roughly 150 pounds. Okay. Our biggest safe fully assembled weighs about 1,000 pounds. And when you bolt it all together and you get all the assembly in, it has as good or better fire rating than a welded safe. Yeah. And it has the same security level as a welded safe. And if you want it in your basement, you take it apart and you put it in your
apart.
basement.
And
put
if
it in
you
your closet.
So if you want to move it,
Take it apart.
take it apart.
Yep.
It's
That
is innovative, because I'm the guy who's like, well, I guess it has to go there.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
No, it's not a good look. It's just unconducive to today's market.
Yeah.
Because we want to shift stuff around, and especially wives, if you're out there and you want the gun safe moved, like, hey, I don't want this. I want this as my office now. You can.
Yeah, get it out of here. You
Yeah.
don't have to hire movers. You can do it with one or
Right.
two guys. And so that's what drew us to the SnapSafe company. So we purchased that company in 2015. And then since then, we have a dedicated, one of our product engineers,
Yep.
where he is only doing security products, new product innovation, new technology innovation. So you've seen what was only a modular safe company turn into, now we have a lot of auxiliary items, some smaller items at different budgets, and some other security products that tie into just your vehicle, your home, your office, traveling, etc., and then all the accessories to go with it.
And that's why I'm glad you mentioned like your vehicles, because I'm on the road a ton, and securing firearms, usually it's in the back of a truck with a trunk bed lock or something like that. But when you go into somewhere and you leave those firearms, you're just hoping someone doesn't you're hoping you locked your bed cap, and if you didn't, I mean, there's no telling what can happen.
Yeah.
But your trunk safe 2 is what we kind of tested out, and we've done it. Actually, Michael behind the camera, he stole the thing, and now it's in his Jeep. So that's how much he likes it, because he's traveling all over the place too. And to have something that you lock your valuables in while you're on the road, tethered to your truck.
Yeah, bolted to it if you
bolted
prefer.
to it. I mean, and that's huge. So talk a little bit about the other safes you have, not the modular ones, not the ones you can move all over your house. Talk about some of those specialty safes.
Right. Well, and specialty is the right word, because we really wanted to find, okay, where's a problem in the market that hasn't been satisfied yet. And you mentioned the trunk safe too. That's a perfect safe for the SUV, the truck. You can put it in the trunk of a car. We have a lot of law enforcement agencies in the back of their SUVs using them, where it's just the right size to take advantage of that space. It's quite large. You can fit a lot of stuff in it, and you have that peace of mind that if I'm going to leave my vehicle unattended for a certain duration of time, that you've got it. And then we kind of branched into some other areas of two. One line that I love is our underbed safes.
Yes.
With the traditional box spring mattress and bed, you've got that gap. Well, these were built perfectly to slide up under there. You can have some sheets drape over it so you can't see it, but it's right under there. The lid flips down to open it, and
Can you bolt those to the frame?
You can bolt those almost anywhere. The holes are mounted for floor mounting.
Mounting. Oh, okay, well, even better, because
Yeah, you can also tether them, right? So depending on how heavy your bed is, you can steel cable them to the bed frame. And another avenue we've taken is the smaller companion safes, I'm going to call them. Whether you're going to the airport, you just need a small little safe for prescriptions, cash, a firearm, etc.
Oh, yeah.
Those little things. We've got one that's made of this impact-resistant polycarbonate. We're all trying to save weight going on an airplane. It's about a third of the weight of steel. So we've got those companion safes. And then one of the, I'm going to call it the flagship, and that's just personal. That's not a SnapSafe or Hornady thing. My personal idea of our flagship product outside of the modular line is the Glide Vault.
Yes.
And the Glide Vault is elegant. It doesn't look like a big militant black box of a gun safe, and it's battery operated. So at the Swerczek house, I can float that box, if you will, underneath the coffee table or by the entryway, and we have an entryway table, and it doesn't look.
It doesn't look scream.
Right. It's got a nice light gray powder coating, a mirrored glass black facade, and then it's keep entry, and it slides out to present your goods in there.
And it's quiet, and it's like pry resistant. So it's hard to get in.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I would say, hiding it away is probably the best thing you could do.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is it's like kids, they get out and they get mischievous, and, man, you really you got to lock stuff up.
You have to.
And whether it's, your medicine, whether it's your cash. And so we're going to jump right now, because Chris Serino He walked through what he would do with the trunk safe 2 and the in-wall safe, which we're going to hit back with Seth right after we hear this from Chris.
Perfect. All yours.
I love that picture. Thanks, Tom. So Hornady, they make great ammunition, great reloading products. They make a lot of really great things, but they make safes also, and that division is called SnapSafe. So if you've heard of SnapSafe, know it's Hornady. Let's talk about the trunk safe. Where would we use it? Why would we use it? I like it. It's a 69-pound safe. This thing is a bit of a tank, so it's definitely secure. There's a couple different things that you need to know. I need to talk about. If I'm going to put it in my car, I'm going to use a tether. This is a tether. It's a 7-foot tether, so you might have to wrap this twice around whatever you're wrapping it and then bolt it into the back of the safe. If I was going to leave it in my car, I would bolt it down. It has holes in the bottom. You can drill through, you can bolt it, leave it in place. I could see myself using this in my house and more likely in my shop, because my shop is not attached to my house. I could keep things in there safe. If I'm traveling, yeah, it's nice to know your guns are safe. If my guns are out in my shop and I use them every day, things that I want handy, this is a great way to do it. I'd bolt it down in there. It's got an electronic keypad. Open that up. Hydraulics on the lid, which is important because 69 pounds, you know, most of the weight is in here. Comes with a little rubber mat for the bottom, and it says SnapSafe on it, which is cool. I can put that in there. Now, if I was traveling with this thing, what I'd do is I'd use these extra pieces it comes with, and I would layer it up. So I might put something on the bottom, and then put one of these things in here, and then perhaps I put my AR in here, and that fits, piece of cake. My Hornady ammo, because that's what I use in my rifle. Put that in. So then maybe I put another layer in here. Put another layer down, cover up that AR. You could put a couple of different ARs. You could break down your shotguns. You could stick that in there. But for today, I got a pistol and some Hornady pistol ammo. I'll put that in there. Maybe some of my shooting accessories, whatever it is that I just don't want to carry around, take in and out of a hotel. I don't know. You think about your scenario. There we go. Close it up. Now, I'm averse to batteries. I hate anything that's battery operated, but I also know that keys are easy to lose. If the batteries die, I got a barrel key. I can stick it in there and I can open that up. So I could keep those keys maybe in the car, hide them somewhere in case a battery does die on me. But let's talk about another safe that Hornady makes. This is their in-wall, the Hornady in-wall safe. I have a lot of ideas for this safe. I could see something like that in my bedroom closet because, you know, currently I just have a little cash box on the floor, valuables, things like that. You could take that, pick it up, take it away. Of course, they make safes to what is the word I'm looking for? To foil that too, because you could get some of their other models, but I'm not talking about those right now. Let's talk about the in-wall safe. Now, Tom did a great job hanging this picture, but I'm going to take it down because since we don't have a closet and I don't have clothing here, I had to hide it somehow, and that's really cool. So this is the in-wall safe. Put my code in. Boom, spring-loaded door, so I don't have to reach in it, I don't have to fumble under stress, anything like that. Comes with all the accessories that are in it, of course, the shelves, the key rack. The key rack is magnetic, so you can put it on the door if you want to. Got a little thing here for putting like your passport or any kind of important information in, and that's magnetic as well. So this mounts in a standard wall. I built this wall, put this together. I did 16-inch on center studs. So when I put it together, it went right in. So if your house is built to standard specs, just cut a hole, put it in, use the lag bolts that come with it. They supply everything. The only thing you need are tools, and you don't even need that many. If you don't like the door opening to this side, you can switch it around. You just flip the safe over, and then the little logo spot here is actually magnetized. And you pull that out of there, and you just flip it over. So when you flip the safe over, you flip the logo over, and it also exposes where you can use your backup keys, your barrel keys for that. So this could take the place of my little safe that I keep in my closet on the floor. It's in the wall. If they want into it, it's going to be tough. The thing weighs 32 pounds. They got 8-gauge steel on the outside, so it's really rugged and tough on the outside. The body of it is 16-gauge to keep it a little bit lighter. But hey, it's in the wall, and the only way they're going to get it out is by cutting the wall apart. It would take a lot of effort to get into this safe. So Hornady and SnapSafe, let's get to see if we can get this back together here. I think that's the way Tom had it. It looks good. Anyways, SnapSafe. If you can think it, then you can make this work for you. I like the idea of putting this in my shop. That's where it's going to go. If I need it, maybe I'll stick it in my car. But the wall safe, that's easy. If I can install that, you can too.
And he is right. If he can do it, anybody can. And that's one of the great things about the wall safe is the ability to move it anywhere in the house. I mean, put it anywhere you need. I mean, especially bathrooms.
Yeah.
Like, that's where it initially jumps out to me.
Yeah. Any place where, well, you can do a lot of stuff with it. The bedroom closet makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah.
That's, hidden there. And any place that you might have a worst case scenario, we're retreating to this room,
Yep.
then you can have a place for firearm storage, but it's also great for cash and medicine and jewelry and all kinds of stuff. And there's a cool factor to having a safe in your wall behind a mirror or a photo.
And the fact that it is spring-loaded is massive.
Yep.
Because if you need to get in there quick, if you're leaving and you've got to leave in a hurry, say it's a house fire or anything like that, you want to be able to plug that in, get out of there quick, and it'd be easy.
Yeah, and it only stands proud of the wall, I think less than 1/8 of an inch, right? So it's very, very flat.
It does not look. It looks like it is flat.
Yeah.
Because, like, when we hung that picture on the wall, it was, I mean, you couldn't tell there was anything
100%.
behind there. And that's the beautiful thing of it.
Yep, security where you need it.
Yep. All right. Seth from Hornady, you guys, where do they need to go to find out more about SnapSafe?
For SnapSafe, snapsafe.com. You can also check out Hornady.com, which has Hornady Security. So we've got Hornady Security Division and SnapSafe. But, yeah, snapsafe.com. We're on all the social media. We got a YouTube channel. And, as always, you can give us a call at 800-338-3220, and we have a technician that'll talk to you.
And don't forget about the Hornady podcast. If you want to nerd out, I mean, in the weeds, that guy knows his stuff. Seth Swerczek. All right, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
Sounds good.
You guys, we'll be back with more.
For more great gun content, subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. You can also watch the Gun Talk channels on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon. And of course, you can always find us at guntalk.com. Thanks for watching.